Hello everyone, welcome to my video. In today's video, I'm going to show you the change I made to the latest etracer PC software release. The release version is 2.1.32 alpha. So if you look at the release note, it says the communication protocol is changed for in this version of software, so that the software use a method dedicated for Microsoft Windows to talk to the label printers. So the USB filter driver is no longer needed. Many users has complained about the using the USB filter driver. They have to manually install or remove the driver, and sometimes it just the software is screwed up, and because of the system hang or something like that, so they have to manually install or remove the USB filter driver again. So it's a very annoying task. And the reason I use the USB filter driver is like because when I started this software project, I had the cross-platform software architecture in mind, and I was naive enough to believing that if I program with Python, it's a high-level language. It should be very easy or even effortless to run the same software on different operating systems like Linux, Apple OS, or Microsoft Windows. And that's why I was trying to use a unified protocol to talk to 3 different platforms. And unfortunately, on the Windows platform, there's no easy way to talk to the USB device directly. There's something missing. That's why we need this USB filter driver. And later on, I figure it's very difficult, or a lot of work need to be done for the single software package to run on multi software operating systems. So and then I decided to focus on the Windows version only. So because of that, I found it's no longer needed to use this USB filter, because I can send data using a method dedicated to the Microsoft Windows, and then through the device driver provided browser, so there is no extra filter driver needed. Okay, so here are some tips. If you're new, if you just started using this version of software, you don't have any experience, or you don't use the label printer with previous version of software, so it's very easy to just run this software, and you should be able to find your label printer list here. I'll run a live demo later. So if you're like if you already used the label printer with a previous version of software, the very first step you need to do is to uninstall all USB filter drivers, if you ever installed any of them. So so we can launch this Win32 filter installer. We select remove all device filters, click next, and that should take care of all the installed filter drivers. So just hit continue and you're done. So and if you're not sure, you can select remove a device driver and click on next, and you will see a list of installed filter drivers. Here you see nothing because we just remove all of them. So if there is still a device driver, a device listed here, you can remove it manually, or you can use this feature we just used, remove all device filters at once. Okay, so that's done. No filter driver was installed, is installed in the system. Then secondly, you need to install the printer driver supplied by browser. So if you use your label printer with software supplied by browsers, browser like the what's the name of it? P-Touch software, then if you can print through P-Touch, it means your device driver is already installed. And again, if you are not sure whether or not the device driver is installed, one way to check it is open the device and printers window under control panel. Okay, here you can see printers installed in this computer, and I have a QL800 installed. So if the driver is properly installed, you will see your browser QL800 list here. I also have a QL810W. This is connected wirelessly, so it's a wireless model, and now it's connected to my router. So I'll demo. It's pretty cool that now you can print to a label printer on the network. So I'll demonstrate that function later. And also I have a PTD600 installed, and it's grayed out because it's not currently powered on. It's not connected to the computer. Okay, so once you find your devices listed here in the devices and the printer window, that means the driver your label printer is properly recognized by the Windows operating system. And if you look at the name carefully, the browser printers are the naming of the browser printers start with a browser space and the model name followed by the model name. So it's here, for example, we have a browser space QL800, and this is a name the software is the etracer PC software is going to recognize this label printer. So it will remove, once it detects browser, it will check its QL or PT and filter unrelated printers to make the list easier, to make the list shorter. So I'll show you here. Okay. Okay. So now the software is this is the latest version of software 2.1.32 alpha. I just unzipped it and I did a DC current calibration, offset calibration, because otherwise you'll see a pop-up window saying the current DC bias is not calibrated. You need to copy over the etracer the calibration file I sent you when you order your etracer, or you can do a calibration really quick by clicking on the calibration button. Like this. Okay, so now let's download a test file for 12x7. Hold on, I need to configure this Xbox. So I enable Xbox 12, so the wiring will be automatically done every time I download the tube configuration file. So now I have a 12x7 plugged in. Heater on. Okay. So now we can configure the label printers. Here you can see the content is changed. You no longer see the USB address, that kind of stuff here. And still we have two tabs, one for the QL setup and one for the PT printer setup. So in the QL is currently say not configured. We can click on the configure. Here we can select the model. So as you can see, there are two models listed. These two models are listed in the devices and printer windows we just saw. So I'll show it here again. So these two models was detected by the software. Like I said, all other models are filtered because they either doesn't start with browser or nor followed by the QL, because we are QL dash, because we are configuring the label printer for the QL series. So only these two printers are recognized. So we can easily select one of them. So let's now select QL 800. And currently I will install the 62mm endless label row in this machine. Exit. We can do a quick scan. Run. Okay. And once you configure your printer, you can see the name for the printer is shown here, and the port of the printer is shown here. So here we can see USB 002 means this device is connected to the PC by a USB connector. Okay, so it's very easy. We can now just hit print. Okay, and the label is printed here. Okay, so you can configure the PT series in the same way. Just hit configure and select the model and the label type, and the model name and the port will be displayed here. So one cool, I just mentioned, the one cool thing about this modification is you can actually print to a label printer on the network. So for example, the QL 810W label printer is connected to the network connected to my LAN. So it's a network label printer, and it has an IP address 192.168.107. So if we select this device and the type of the paper type, you can see that here it displays the selected model is QL810W, and here the address is an IP address, and we can actually hit print, and they will print to the label printer on the network. So it's pretty cool. Okay, and see, the same thing to configure the PT series label printer. So I'm not going to do it again here. Okay, so that's about it, and it's it's a very new feature. I expect there's probably big bug here or here and there. So please test the software and let me know if you have any problem with this latest release. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching my video, and I talk to you later. Bye.